Hello and welcome to another POS demo from Bodega AI. And in this case, we're going to be going over the beta that we have for inventory management. So this is going to be available soon, but just to give you a quick overview of what you can expect. So we're going to be opening up a section in what are currently is our price pick app where store owners can see their sales, their payout reports, and manage their items. We're going to be adding a new toggle that will allow you to enable inventory management feature, as well as defining a minimum amount of units by default. So once they submit that, firstly, you'll be able to go into an item, and now you'll see a button showing up that's going to allow you to specifically enable inventory tracking for that item. We do this for the main reason that probably stores don't want to track all of their items, so you want to focus on the highest volume or the highest cost or price. So this allows you to choose which items you're going to be tracking and receiving inventory and looking at those sales. So we'll go ahead and enable inventory tracking, and it's going to open up this menu within the item that's going to show you that the inventory tracking is turned on. It's going to show you the quantity on hand. Starting off, this will be 0. And then it's going to show you default minimum units, which is what we have as a store. We can edit the item and choose if we want to add a specific custom minimum units for this item, or for this case, we'll leave it at 25. So let's say we receive a delivery, so we can receive inventory for this item. We can come over here and say we're going to receive 20 units of quantity. The cost is optional. You can also choose to receive it in packs. So you can say how many packs you're receiving, how many units come per pack, total cost, and then it'll automatically add the units in, and you can add note as well if you want. Once that's submitted, that's going to update our inventory. Because we had -1, it's going to update to 19. And we have an option here to adjust. So maybe that actually should have been 20. So you can set whatever the actual quantity on hand is, and this is good if you're going through inventory and you need to make an adjustment. And you can add a note saying if you're adjusting some broken items or something that you found, you can add notes, and it's going to easily let you keep track of that. So you can receive, you can adjust, and you can view movement. So this is going to be important because it's going to allow you to see the history that this item has, and it's going to allow you to go into a sale specifically for this item and allow you to basically visualize the history of that stock and how the inventory moved through when you received it and how you sold it. We can do an example of this. So for example, I'm going to sell 2 units of this item that we have, cash. So I'm going to update that, and then I can come here, refresh, and I can automatically see that we are at 18. And I can see that the sale that we just did removed 2 units from my inventory. And finally, we do have a section that kind of shows you at a glance all of the units that you have. So just to illustrate this, I'm going to just input this at 0 for the moment, simulating that we don't have stock. So we're going to be able to see at a glance if an item is out of stock, if it's below the minimum. So we should be looking into reordering that item. And then if it's quantity good and we're okay and we don't need to make any changes. You can also, from this inventory section, click in and see the same menu that we were seeing for that item. And of course, to add items, you can go into the section, look for an item, and just as we saw, enable or disable the inventory tracking for that item. Let us know if you have any questions, and we would really like to hear your feedback on this. Have a good one.